across to my colleague Pradeep Dutta, who's in fact joining us from right outside the Gaza Strip. He has been there. He has seen the kind of military movement that has happened there. Pradeep, take us through the details. We understand in the latest now there's been a bit of a delay in the ground offensive due to the bad weather.
Yes, you're absolutely right. Because of the bad weather, there is a little bit of delay, but anything they can get the green signal and they will start moving in that area. Reason being that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu also been to forward areas where he interacted with the soldier. He asked them one question: are you ready for the second stage? And he got a very positive response because the morale is quite high so far as soldiers on the ground are concerned. Because in first stage we saw that how the aerial bombardment was going on in that area. They tried to flatten all those structures where they felt that these Hamas terrorists are hiding. But yes, the worry for every time, the war is only going to bring in bad news for the people on either side. And right now I'm joined by a resident from Nepal. Let me speak to her. She's putting up here in this area. आप कब से यहाँ पे रह रहे हैं इजराइल में?
इजराइल में 16 years.
16 साल से.
16 साल से.
कभी ऐसी स्थिति आपने देखी?
नहीं देखा, कभी नहीं देखा.
कितनी परेशानी है?
बहुत परेशानी है, बहुत परेशानी है भैया. यहाँ बहुत परेशानी है हम.
ये जो देखा आपने किस तरीके से निहत्तों को मारा, औरतों को मारा, कभी आपने सोचा था ऐसा कभी होगा यहाँ?
नहीं सोचा था. इतना निर्मम तो नहीं सोचा था भैया, नहीं सोचा था.
आप यहाँ रुकेंगे? जैसे जैसे जंग के बादल मंडरा रहे हैं, जंग होने वाली है, डर लग रहा है यहाँ रुकने में?
डर लग रहा है. हाँ, हम डर लग रहा है. हम जाना चाहते हैं. ऐसा सिचुएशन अभी लंबी तक ऐसा सिचुएशन चल रहा है तो हम जाना चाहते हैं.
घर वालों से बात हुई नेपाल में?
बात हुई.
क्या कहते हैं
वो लोग? जल्दी से जल्दी आ जाओ.
जैसे कई बार रॉकेट की आवाज आती है, सायरन की आवाज आती है, उस समय क्या करते हैं आप?
उस समय हम बंकर में जाके छुप जाते हैं.
बड़ी मुश्किल होती होगी. कब तक बंकर?
मुश्किल है. और लोग भी है, एम्प्लॉयर भी है, साथ ही चलना चाहिए.
तो उनको ले जाना बड़ा मुश्किल.
ले जाना भी पड़ेगा.
See, these are the voices which we are getting from the war zone for the people back home, that they should understand. So what is right now the situation there on the ground is quite tense, because already we have seen more than 3,000 people have lost their lives so far as Israel and the Gaza is concerned. 1,300 people have lost their lives in Israel only. And more than 3,000 to 4,000 people are injured and they're undergoing treatment in hospital. But everybody is talking about the kind of barbarism and brutality. They never ever thought that this thing is ever going to happen in Israel, that they will be infiltrating, because 7th of October will always be remembered as Dark Saturday in the history of Israel, when these terrorists used all three routes to enter into this area. And there was a barbarism and brutality from their side. They did not spare even women and children. And still, 150 people are held captive in that area, and they are trying to release those hostages. And we have been interacting with the family members of hostages. It is not only that we are covering, getting you visuals there from the ground, the war, but we are also talking to the people, the human stories, stories which we are getting you, because at least one can get an idea what people are going through, because it is whether it's the people in Gaza, whether it's the people here. But yes, what we have been told is that Hamas is trying to stop people from evacuating Gaza, because ultimatum is over. They do not want the people to leave. Some of them have managed to leave, but many of them are still there. Reason being that Hamas had always used Palestinians as human shield. That's what even Joe Biden said while interacting with the people there in Washington. He said that they are trying to use them as human shield because they want civilian casualty, because civilian casualty will help them further vitiate atmosphere, and so that the vicious cycle of violence continue. And they will try to project Israeli forces in bad light. They will try to portray them as someone who are occupiers and who do not believe in human rights. That's what actually their interest is all about, because there is an ecosystem that is supporting Hamas and the terror-related activities. That's an unfortunate thing, that people are supporting terror-related activities, and at least they should have spoken for all those victims, the women and the who have been killed by these people. But right now, all I can say, if we look at the situation there on the Gaza border, where we had been going regularly and we had been there for hours together, we find that yes, the preparations are on for the ground assault. Anytime these troops will be moving inside, because tanks and artillery guns, they have started providing cover fire. On the other hand, we have got the fighter jets also targeting many of their commanders. During the last 36 hours, 3 of their top commanders, one of them looking after the aerial operation, then other one who had initiated that infiltration and sent about 1,000 Hamas terrorists into this area. He has also been eliminated, so that way it's a big jolt for them. But the big achievement will be when they are able to wipe out all those Hamas terrorists. That's what actually Israeli forces are planning to do.
It will be obliterating Hamas terrorists completely, and the ground offensive is going to continue. Even if there is a delay, it is going to be inevitable. That's what Israel has said. Pradeep, thank you for joining us with those updates. Stay cautious.